and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 15.
Now ETN to start the drive.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Now Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 49-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Third and 2, now Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Connor. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Jaguars! Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and again, the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run the counter. Whitfield. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. That's Connor. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Now Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And he will find Ridley on the left side.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On second down, Whitfield. And some room to work. And now off to the races, down the right side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this will be caught at the 30.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, 28 yards, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
On 3rd down, Whitfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. Whitfield, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return, Jackson. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A good pickup there at 22. Straight ahead, Etienne. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On second down, Etienne once more. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Hey, 43, 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide us. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The slot man in motion right. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mahomes to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jaguars will take over possession here up at the 44. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Sliding out of the pocket. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
You have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. Lawrence will throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Second down and goal. Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Now Mahomes. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Again, it's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Up the middle they go. Whitfield. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Here's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelce. Touchdown. Travis Kelce from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one out. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
A give to ETN running right. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Here's Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Connor. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Lawrence.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining. Boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. It's an opportunity to slam the window shut and not follow through.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
Finding Kelsey. And he's brought down, but boy, they needed that. Out across the 35-yard line. Nice play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mahomes will throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Manning.
The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody.